Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming back, and we are continuing with our session 2. Let's go to see the sources of the destination image information. So for tourists to have that particular destination, he or she will have a particular source. That tourist got information so that he or she created that particular image that he or she has currently. And this will have independent sources and the tourism marketing effort. As we have said, from induced and organic type of destination image, this non-tourism media such as books, newspaper, magazine, articles, paints, poetry, films, television, souvenirs, all the holiday postcards are critical in creating destination image. And however, sometimes they may complement and sometimes contradict tourism marketing efforts. So do you understand what does it mean? Whereby this independent source, remember, they are not from the destination management. They are just from other sources. Maybe the film you watch, the movies that you have been watching, and the newspaper or magazine you have been reading concerning a particular destination. But sometimes it may contradict the tourism marketing effort when it comes in a way that will create a negative perception or a negative image to the tourist part. But if it will create a positive image that will influence tourists to visit that particular area, that then in that case we say that those non-tourism media will be complementing the tourism marketing effort of that particular destination. So it is important to note that it is not simply these information sources that affect destination image, but it is the ways in which individual process that information. And that is the critical part to think about, whereby the tourist doesn't make decision or doesn't have that particular image only because you have marketing your destination, or because he or she has got have seen adverts or any effort that have been done with the destination. It's not only that. And that's why, if you remember, we said it is very subjective. So creating the image of a tourist is not full depend only from the sources. It also depends with other cases. And what are these cases? That's why we say when it comes to destination image, it's include also the part of perception. So the way you perceive Ngorongoro, it may be different from someone else who have just seen the same advert, the same promotion, or marketing efforts, the same advert, the same strategies that have been used to market that particular destination may create two individuals who have different or have completely different image towards that particular destination. So let's see. What are these components of destination image? We have got functional and psychological, and that is where it goes deep. Whereby when it comes to psychological, it is less tangible component such as atmosphere and the romance, friendliness of locals, and the uniqueness of the area. But when it comes to functional, it includes characteristics that are directly observable and measurable. Example, price, how much is the interest fee, but the size of the place, the climate, or the weather of that particular destination, as well as types of accommodation and other facilities that are available in that particular destination. So when it comes to functional, it's very easy to measure. But when it comes to psychological, it's not very easy to measure. Because of what? When it comes to, for example, friendliness of the local, one tourist may find these locals are very friendly, but the other person may see these locals are really not friendly. So it may affect their perception. So there are different factors that will influence the perception or the image creation or development of that particular tourist. And what are these factors? So we have got inside factors and outside factors. So these inside factors, I have categorized them in terms of they are inside the organization, or they are directly depend to the organization itself or to the destination itself. So, for example, if we are talking about Ngorongoro as a cultural heritage site, so those factors that are influencing the perception and the image creation of a tourist, which are directly caused with Ngorongoro, that is what we will call them inside factors. But those factors which will be caused or influenced by the tourist himself or herself, we will call outside factors. Are we together? Are we together? Okay, so when it comes to inside factors, I have highlighted a few factors, including natural and cultural attraction of the destination. How does that destination look like? I think you remember we discussed the natural heritage sites and the cultural heritage sites and their characteristic. Is it? So that characteristic of that particular destination, whether natural or cultural, may influence the image formation of a particular tourist. And the second one is political, economic, and the technological environment. So if that place is known to be peaceful in terms of politics, if the place is economically affordable, and the technology of the destination is high, then that will influence actually positively the decision of the tourist to visit that particular place. But then we come back to the image creation. If the place is known to be unsafe, not politically peaceful, economically very expensive, and technologically very low, maybe tourists will not be influenced to visit that particular destination. For example, when you travel from your own country to another country, you expect the internet connection to be very high and the technology of that place to be high. But if you are told, if you visit that particular destination, there is no internet, you cannot communicate with your loved ones, you cannot tell them that you have arrived safe, will you be influenced to visit that particular destination? Will you? Mm-hmm. So, another factor is quality of product and service, as well as satisfaction during the travel experience, information and tourism destination, including word of mouth or phone calls from other tourists who have been visited the place, but also the weather of that particular place, the presence of brand. You know, there are those places that have great known brand. If you are speaking of Zanzibar, the brand is big, is it? Yes. But if you are speaking of somewhere inside, who will tell us? Maybe in your village there is a very good attraction, but does it have brand? Do people know about it? Maybe that small river in your village may be a good attraction, but it lacks brands. Is it? So, the brand of a particular destination matters a lot to the creation of the image of a particular tourist. But also media and the internet, this involves all marketing efforts to make sure that this destination is known. And another factor is marketing activities and advertising. This is very important, and we cannot downgrade the importance of marketing and promotion of your destination for you to create an image, great image for tourists. So I can say this is one of the key factors that influence the image formation of a tourist. So as a tourism manager in a particular destination, what you have to do is to put a lot of efforts to create great marketing adverts and advertisement so that people will have that great image towards your particular destination. And another factor is postcards and travel brochures, movies and events. So some other people will get their image from the brochures, from events and festivals that have been done in that particular area, which will add their desire to visit that particular destination. Without forgetting movies, I know you are all movie lovers. Is it?
Yes.
Most of. So at the time you are watching movie and you just see some people visited Ngorongoro in the movie. You know, when it comes to movie, sometimes we do try to think that is the reality. That is what we do in the movies, is it? So if you see someone has take his family to a particular museum or to a particular heritage site, you will be influenced to do it in your real life, is it? So that is very important. Movies also play a big role in marketing our destinations and creating that positive and strong image to the tourist. But also we should not just think in a positive way. When it comes to negative way, if you have been watching a movie and you have seen someone went to maybe Ngorongoro crater and maybe got an accident and die in that particular movie, maybe it will create some negative image in your own way. You will not be influenced to visit that particular destination, is it? And that's why I said, if you remember my previous statement, I said that sometimes these movies and events or all other non-destination marketing efforts may influence or may complement or contradict the marketing efforts. Now you understand? So how does it contradict and how does it complement? So if you have seen something positive in the movie, that will complement your decision to visit that particular destination, is it? And if you have seen something negative, dark, fearful, it will contradict those efforts that the destination has been promoting, that particular destination, for you to visit that place. Is it making sense with you? Okay, the outside factors. We have got geographical region. If someone comes in a place that it has a very developed geographical environment, may create a particular image and perception towards a destination that this person wants to visit. But also social and cultural environment. We have tourists from different social and cultural environment, which may positively or negatively affect the image formation toward that particular destination. But also the motivation and expectations. I hope you understand, as managers, when you are planning to visit a particular destination, or when a tourist plans to visit a particular destination, that person has expectation. Is it? And if you succeed to meet those expectations, that is where we come with the idea of customer satisfaction. Is it? But if there is any complaining or unsatisfaction, that means those tourist expectations were not met. Is it? Yeah, so their own motivation and expectations may really affect the image formation. But also, there's those personal feelings, which is favorable and unfavorable. And as I said, these personal feelings make the image formation subjective. So, you know, when it comes to feelings, it's not something you can measure. Okay? And if it's not something you can measure, it will actually affect tourists differently. The way this person will be feeling towards that particular destination may be different from how someone will feel about that particular or same destination. And why this happens, our feelings are influenced with different moments or scenario that have happened in your life. So if what happens in your life, maybe in the back of your life, are positively related to that particular destination, may influence your perception and your image toward that particular destination. But if your life history and some moments in the back contradict with that particular destination, actually you will have different feeling from another particular person. For example, we have graves around town. Those graves were is where those people were fighting for freedom were buried there. So those tourists who travel from their country to visit those graves will have different feelings from any of you who visit that particular grave site. Is it true or not? Our feelings will be different, and our perception and the image toward that particular destination will be different. If their ancestors, their grandfathers were buried there, it may have different feelings compared to someone who has no any relationship with those people who have been buried there. Is it making sense? Yeah. Another thing is compared to previous travel experiences in the other destination. This, we have said it before, like our perception towards a particular destination will also be influenced with our experiences with other destinations which offer the same product or the same service. So what I expect, if you visited more than 5 museums, when you visit another museum, already in your mind you have a particular image because you have some expectations, maybe because of comparison between the museums that you visited compared to the one you are about to visit. So if the facilities, the display, the interpretation, the experience was wonderful in maybe Arusha Museum, when you go to the Rizal Museum, maybe you already have a particular image in your own perception. And if you will find that place less than what you expect, now your image will be a little bit distracted or negative influenced. So the last factor that affects image formation is lack of information. So maybe you don't have any information concerning that particular place. Maybe your image may be different from someone who has full information concerning particular destination. So as we have seen the factor that affect image formation, we are going for a short break again, and we'll come to finalize the final part of destination analysis and the strategies to correct and improve destination analysis. Thank you so much for listening.
Chuo Kikuu cha Sokoine cha Kilimo SUA. SUA ni chuo kikuu bora na kikongwe cha kilimo nchini